What's up, y'all? It's Saucy Rossy, the Canadian king of backyard barbecue, and I'm grilling up a delicious pork chop that I sourced locally here at Vessel Meats in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. It probably was the best pork chop I've ever eaten in my life. No word of a lie. But before we get to that, make sure you like and subscribe. Join my community of home cooks. I'm going to teach you how to be better on the grill. Come on along for the ride. This is an absolute blast. I mean, look at that little dinner there. It's so cute and delicious. Holy cow. Look at this bone-in pork chop. It's actually incredible. That bone in there is going to add a ton of flavor. It has unbelievable marbling. That fat cap actually looks immaculate. Like, it looks perfect. Too good to be true, honestly. That's one of the really good things of going to a local butcher. You're going to get meat that's directly from one of your local farms. And seriously, if you get meat like that, it's almost 10 times better every time. Now, one of the really nice things about this pork chop is it's considerably less than beef prices right now. And you can still get this immaculate cut of meat. Holy guacamole. I was thrilled when my local butcher showed me this pork chop. I knew I had to pick it up. So today I'm going to slice into this fat cap. That's going to help with the rendering process as we cook, because I am cooking this fast and hot. So that fat cap isn't going to have as much time to melt down. So by slicing into it, this just helps with the rendering process. And as you can see, I'm doing my best to just avoid that string. We want to keep that string intact during this, but just be careful. You're using a knife. Next, I'm using my dry rub of choice, which is garden herb. It goes beautifully with pork, and it's by Maritime Madness, but you can use whichever dry rub you prefer. I just recommend you use one that goes good with pork. And holy cow, it's always important. Make sure you fully coat whatever you're cooking, all the sides, including like the fat cap as well. That's really important here. We really want to impart that flavor throughout the entire pork chop. So here we go. I fired up the Napoleon charcoal grill. It's running probably around 450, 500 degrees, and I've thrown this pork chop just right on there, right above the flames, high heat. We're going to start it off like that. Now you can see there, I have a meat thermometer thrown into this pork chop, and that's going to help me perfectly cook this meat. I'm monitoring it, and my goal here is to get it up past 145 internal. Now, most people do say you need to cook pork to 160, but the fact is you only need to cook it to 145. But personally, I like bringing it closer to about 153, 155. I find that just makes me a little more comfortable, and you're going to see during this cook, it turned out perfectly. So as you can see here, I'm getting some good char here. I'm getting a beautiful crust. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it onto indirect heat and allow it to finish off. You don't want to keep it over the heat the entire time. And when you do move it onto indirect heat, it's always good to aim the fat cap towards the heat source. So that's going to allow the rendering to continue to go while you still just have this sitting on the barbecue for a few minutes. And as you can see here, this turned out perfectly. Look at that rendered down. It's just flowing with those juices. This looks so delicious and scrumptious. Oh man, I ate this the other night and I'm already thinking about eating it again. Man, this looks absolutely incredible. So let's go ahead and pull it off, because we hit that 145 internal, and we're going to let it rest for just a few moments. We'll pour those juices over top and let it sit here. Then after a few moments, maybe 5 minutes or so, we're going to slice into it. And like I said, it ended up rising to about 153 to 155 internal. Personally, that's exactly what I wanted. Isn't this incredible? Like, look how perfectly cooked it is. Look at that little crust just on there. This was immaculate. Every single bite of this pork chop was seriously delicious. Oh man, oh man. Pork chops are such a simple meal that really everyone can cook. Does not take that much skill. You just throw it onto the heat, you rotate it regularly. And buddy, I am not exaggerating when I say you will have a meal fit for a king. Now, shout out Vessel Meats. This pork chop was actually the highest quality pork chop I've ever had in my life. I was blown away. I mean, I'm showing you the evidence right here. If you're located in Halifax, I strongly suggest you drop by Vessel Meats and check out their unbelievable selection of pork, beef, poultry, and other items. It's seriously incredible. Their sausage selection is wild. They have so many cool sausages and stuff. Anyway, back to this pork chop. This was such a delicious meal. I enjoyed it with my wife. I gave her a few slices and then I finished off the rest of the pork chop. Plated it up with some delicious sweet potato and a wonderful creamy coleslaw. You can see right here. Like, no joke. This is what I love about barbecue, is a beautiful meal that you can just enjoy with your significant other. Holy cow. Really means a lot to me that you guys took a long time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below. Would you enjoy this? Would you make it at home? Are you going to drop by Vessel Meats? Make sure you check me out on Instagram, also on TikTok. I'm always posting. Tag me in anything that you're cooking. I want to see it. Seriously, if you're out back on the barbecue, I want to know what you're up to. Thanks again for watching. Means a lot. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment below. Take care and stay safe and have a wonderful day. And thanks again.